my friends. How are we today? I've been chatting a bit in the chat ahead of time. So hello, Michael. Hello, Bailey. I know you guys are here with me, and I am so glad that you're able to join me live. I just realized I was playing on a separate screen, so here we go. Oh, yeah. I was just saying I am doing this for a couple of reasons. One, I want to see if there's more people that are able to join at this time. And then also I figured I'm going to be working on gluing Boone to his base. And so I have something that I'm working on, and I figured why not just have people I can hang out with and chit chat with while I'm doing this, because I'll be sitting here alone doing this, but now I'm not alone, so I'm excited. So how's everybody today? Did you guys all have a good weekend? And this will be in addition to the one I'm still planning to go live on Thursday, you guys. So I'll go live the normal time at 11 a.m. Pacific on Thursday. But today's just a little fun pop-up, something new, something different than I usually do on the channel. So Panda's in the house. Hello, Panda. How are you? Happy Monday. Yes, hugs. So we went to Seaside, Oregon this past weekend, my husband and my two kids and I. And my poor son, I mean, he just got back. If you guys have watched the lives, you know he went to, they call it CISPS in Washington, but it's basically outdoor school. It's a fifth graders outdoor school. Hi, Froggy. Welcome in. Yeah, so he got back from our outdoor school on Thursday afternoon last week, and we went to Seaside on Friday. So the poor little guy, we were just rushing him around, and he really struggled with that. He didn't have enough time with his friends, is what he said. And so we ended up, it was okay. He wasn't feeling great when he came back from outdoor school. He was sneezing and kind of gross. And then we're like, well, shoot, we already have this trip planned, so let's just make the best of it. But we got there. Luckily we'd parked. We got there. He got out of the car and he threw up, you guys. It was so bad. I'm like, oh, this is like, is this how the weekend is going to go? You know, it's just not starting out well. This is like, we planned this month, since it's my birthday this month, and it's a big one, that we would do 2 weekend trips. So this was the first of the weekend trips. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is how it's paving the way, right? Yeah. So that kind of made him not feel so great that day. But you know what? After that, like, we made the best of it. I feel like we got to get out on the beach. I even, my daughter was building this like sand castle sort of, they kind of look like a lava, what do you call it? Oh my God, you guys. Help me out here. It's like a mountain, but it has, anyway, volcano. Jesus Christ, I can't even think. What is wrong with me? Anyway, it looked like a volcano, right? And so it was cute. And so my son was like, can I destroy it? Because he likes to do that. And we were like, no, don't ruin it. So I thought, okay, I'll build one. So I start scooping the sand and trying to build one that he could destroy. Hi, Wonderstar Art. How are you? So I was like, okay, I'm going to make one so he can destroy it, because he gets, that's like part of his, very high functioning on the spectrum. But yeah, he likes to break things down, right? So I'm like, okay, here we go. So I built it, and then I start trying to build things on the top, like houses or something. And then I got this idea. So I was like, oh, I know what that looks like. So then I start getting the sand, right? And I'm building it some more. And I ended up making a crab, you guys. It came out pretty cool. I was pretty proud of it. I was like, take a picture, Sean, take a picture. And so he got to take a picture of it, and it had like the 2 claws coming out. And at first I put 2 legs coming out either side, and then realized, since my dad is like into oceanography and stuff, that if we sent a picture to him, he would tell me it was not anatomically correct. So I built 2 more legs coming out the back. So he had the 6 legs and then the 2 claws. Super cute. I was really happy with it. So I built that one, and then I built another one that kind of looked like a cat, but not great. And James was able to like just punched the cat in the face and just felt really happy doing that. And then we did leave the crab, and they went back later, I guess, in that evening, and walked on the beach and saw somebody had totally destroyed it, which that was kind of my thought. I thought, you know what, it'll give somebody will be like, oh, that's cool. And then they get the fun of destroying it. So James got to destroy one, some other kid did the other. Yeah, can I destroy it? Spoken like a guy. Exactly. He loves those magnet tiles that you can build up, you know, whatever you want really, but he'll build them up and just knock the crap out of them. And then they're just really loud, very loud in here sometimes with those. Oh my gosh. Yeah, he's too funny. But we ended up making the best of it. And I was going to share with you guys a couple little things I bought. So yeah, we did. We ended up having a good time. We went to Moe's, which is like it's on the waterfront at Seaside, and you can get, you know, like any kind of clam chowder in a bread bowl if you want, or clam strips or whatever. So that's what we had that night. And then, yeah, we had a good time though in the end. And one of the nights, my husband took the kids to the pool, and I'm like, I want to go shopping. I want to look more in the shops. So let me show you what I got. Okay. So you know me and bees, right? Okay. So first off, I found this Busy Bees stickers, and they come with like 5 different, I don't know if is it going to show you guys, or is it blurry? I don't know. But it has a lot of different bee things. And so part of this, hi Jen, how's it going? So part of the reason I'm getting these is because I want to start junk journaling. And I actually just filmed a video ahead of time of coming on live, you guys. So I want to start junk journaling. And I bought a bunch of stuff. And so I'm doing a haul of my junk journal stuff. And I'm going to post it. I'm going to see if you guys are interested in having me do some of these videos on the channel. Let me know in the chat or down below in description if you're watching the replay, because this is something like I've been thinking about doing this for a while. And you know, actually it was Nancy, Little Treasures by Nancy, that got me excited about this, because she had these really pretty bee folios that you can junk journal on, and I bought some from her. So yeah, I'm all excited. So hi there. Hi Free Hanley. I don't think I've seen you here before. Welcome in. Yeah, let me know where you guys are tuning in from, especially if you're new here. I know a lot of the people in the chat, but Jen, I don't know where you're from, and Free Hanley, I'm not sure where you're from either. Anyway, so that will come, and then you guys let me know what you think, if that's something you'd be interested in or not. And it's okay if it's not, so let me know. So I got that, and then this. There's a breakfast place there called Pig and Pancake. And my daughter got one of these, and then I went back myself and got one for myself, and I got one for my mom too. But look at him. He's like a little hamster, and he's so cute. He even has a little tail. He's so little, and he just like fits perfectly in your little hand, you know? Isn't he cute? It's Hammy. I just thought he was so cute. And he said he needed to come home with me, so here we are. Hi, Melissa. You're from Florida? Oh, very nice. Very nice. I lived there for like 9 months, and then I moved back to California, and now I'm up in Washington. So hi, niece. You want to see the junk journaling? All right. I got 1 vote for junk journaling. Perfect. Right? Okay. So Hammy had to be mine. So Hammy came home with me, but you guys, Panda knows. I sent Panda a picture because I was a little bit crazed when I saw this. So first, before I show you the piece de resistance here, I bought this last time we went to Seaside because I thought it was so cute. And it's a little keychain, and I showed it before, but if you haven't seen it, I thought this was cute, right? Well, the same shop, you guys. I almost missed him. He was on the ground. Look how big it is. Look, he's got a stinger too, you guys. Can you see it? And his little wings. So this is Frizzy. So he's like my mascot now. He's like 2 feet long or something. I don't know. He's really big, you guys. He's super cuddly though. But I absolutely had to have him. So I sent my husband a picture, and I was kind of like this. $50 bee, you guys. But I was like, oh my God, he's $50, Sean. What do I do? And he's like, well, it's your birthday. You have to get it for yourself. And so I did. And so Frizzy's here with me now, and I love him. And my daughter would steal him, except for she's like lending him to me, I think, because she knows that I love bees. So I know. I sent a picture to Panda, but my daughter was with it, so he could see sort of the gauge the size difference. And yeah, it was so funny. It was so cute. I know. Actually, Panda, they had a queen bee next to this one, and it had a little crown and a little, like, you know, the white with the black speckles, the fur, and then like a royal purple cape. It was a little smaller, but this one just was like, no, this one matched my little keychain one, and I said he needs to come home with me. So there we are. Those were my big purchases, you guys. I just wanted to share with you. That's why I came on live today, was just to show you my bee. Yeah, my birthday's on the 28th of October. I'm turning 40, so I'm thinking of doing a live that day and doing some giveaways and such. So you should definitely tune in that day. I could totally, yeah, I could crochet a little crown and maybe put one of those elastic bands so that it could be removable. That would be cute. It would be super cute. It could be its like party hat, you know? Oh, I like that idea. But yeah, anyway, so those were my big purchases. I was very, very geeking out. I even geeked out with the gal that worked there. I'm like, I have this crochet channel. It's called Frizzy Bee Crochet, and this has to come home with me. Hi, Shy. Did you see my bee, Shy? Hang on, in case you missed it. I got this weekend from Seaside. It's Frizzy. So, yes, I now have a bee that is bigger than my head. Oh, I totally get it. No worries. Actually, I was working on one of Shy's patterns while we were away. I made 3 squares. So she has this really cute little handbag pattern that's strawberries. I don't have any of them put together yet, but she also does like beading all over the strawberries. So I haven't done that either. But I made 3 more. And of course, I realized I got 2 different shades of red. This is why you need to look at your yarns in the light. I don't even know if you guys can tell that these are different, but this one is like a fire engine red, and this is more like red delicious apple red. But I think it'll still come out really cute. I don't think anybody's gonna be like, oh, she says 2 different dye lots, or it's 2 different shades of red. So we're gonna go with it. Hi, Arts and Arthropods. Your kitty says hello. Hello, kitty. Hello, hello. Apparently, Froggy told me today it is National Black Cat Day. So Merlin is sleeping next to me as per usual. He was a bit of a pest this morning. I kid you not, every room I'd go into, if the door would shut, he was scratching at it. Like, I'm trying to go to the loo for 2 seconds. Just give me 2 seconds. He's pawing to get in. And so I let him in. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to let him in because I just can't. This is just going to get annoying. So he comes in, and then he's like meowing at me. He just wants pets. He wants his butt scratched. I'm like, okay. So I did what I thought would be enough. I opened the door to let him back out, and then he looks back at me like, what, are you expecting me to leave? So we just hung out in there for a little bit until finally I got him out. Oh my God. Yeah, I think it'll look cute with the different reds. I do. Yeah. Shy, if you can, hun, can you put the word drop in the chat so people can find your channel? Shy will come on the channel. I want to do an interview of her because she's adorable. She's from Sweden. So it's pretty late for her, which, but I want to make sure I want to try to catch everybody because I know people have work and whatnot too. So yes, proud black cat owner. That's right. I was just smelling something. I'm like, something smells like it's burning. And I realized I have my hot glue gun on, which is why I'm smelling that. Aww. Yeah, Merlin, Panda Merlin, I don't know if you would consider him a Maine Coon. He's a tuxedo, but he is long-haired at the very least. Arthur might be more of a Maine Coon. Yeah, because he's huge. So yeah, you guys throw yarn in Shy's window because she's got awesome videos over there. So anyway, I'm going to actually get productive, but continue to chat. So let me just I'm going to show you guys what I'm working on. And so we can build this thing together. All right. Something smells like it's burning as you look over and see your cat running around the fire. Oh my gosh, right? Oh my God, yeah. What does that smell? And he's like doing a dance next to the fire, you know? Oh man. Okay, so I got a different base. So the Boone that I've made before, the first one that I made, this is what he looks like. So we're going to kind of try to replicate this. This next one I'm making this is the tester one. So I'm making sure that the pattern worked and all of that. And so this is bigger. This base is going to be bigger. So that's going to make a little bit of a difference. But other than that, it's mostly the same. I did screw up on one thing on the second Boone, which is when I do the pumpkins. So here, let me turn on the light so you guys can see what I'm doing. Okay. So when I make the pumpkins, they have 2 eyes and a mouth, right? And normally what I should have done when I stitched the side together in the back is stitch it so that this part comes out the bottom. And that way when they're sitting on the rocks, you don't have this coming out the top of their head. So I screwed that one up royally. And of course, not only did I screw up 1, I screwed up 3. But we're just, you know, it's too late to go back. And so I'm just going to make it work. So I'm going to make it work. I think what I'll try to do is kind of cover them as much as I can with moss and also with the stuffing, because the stuffing is supposed to act like a mist. So it looks like he's walking through a pumpkin patch at night. That was the vision I had. So we're going to try to cover the wires as best as we can. I may give my mom the better Boone, but there's nothing wrong with you, Boone. Don't worry. Okay. There's nothing wrong with you. I made this one with a black lantern. So that's a little different. Equally as cute though, I think. And the only other difference is that I stole this thing off of, I had another one, which is why I stole this one. So I have this Minecraft bee little tower, and I needed something this size because I realized that the block I had was kind of big and it was making Boone really high up. I'd have to really try to cover up below him. So I needed something smaller because I will layer this. Then I put this on top and glue that, and this is what Boone will sit on, and this is also what the box of batteries will sit on underneath. So I needed something that was smaller, and this worked out perfectly. So I just stole them apart because I was like, look, they'll be even cuter. Look, they're going to be all on their own now. So they pulled off, and it worked out well. Maureen's in the house. Hello, Maureen. How you doing? You were doing some thumbnails. Yeah, I know, huh? I don't know. Those take me forever. Froggy was saying they don't take her very long, and I'm doing my thumbnails, and I'm like half an hour into it thinking, God, I'm just on one, and it's taking me forever. Yes, I talk to my toys. I do talk to my toys, yeah. Well, they talk to me. It's their fault, right? They're very loud sometimes. They're like, you need to take me home. And then what are you supposed to do with that, you know? So anyway, so I got the bits. I stole some rocks. My son always picks up rocks. So I have tons in the windowsill. So I've got some rocks that I'm going to use. And these, I love these. These are at my, well, you can find them at Michael's. I found this one at Joann's. But it even comes with its own little moss, right? So it's really soft. They cut them nicely. And then it looks the same pretty much on both sides. But because I want to show that moss, because I like that it came with it, I'm going to have this be the top part. And then what I got for the bottom, I decided I wanted to use, especially because this is a little rough around the edges. This is the same thing that I used on the back of my Hello Fall banner, you guys, because I don't like how the back looks on tapestries. It's a sticker of felt. So if you go to any craft store where you buy regular felt, they also have felt that has a stickum on the back that you can use. So I think this is a great idea, if I do say so myself, for those of us that are OCD about the backs. Oh my gosh. Yes. I'm always like, well, it drove me nuts, Panda. I get twitchy about stuff like that. It's kind of like when I made the giant ladybug and I screwed up and I made the spots, I had them sewn all the way through, and so you can see the stitching underneath the wing. It drives me crazy that my OCD goes nuts. So when I made the smaller one, I made sure only to grab the top stitches, and that way you don't see it on the underside if you have the wings up. This is just how my brain works. So anyway, so this is just to give it a little tiny bit of height, just so that if anyone puts it on a surface, it's not going to scratch it up. I just kind of cut it down to about the shape that I wanted. And you literally just peel the back off and stick her down. See? Super easy. So I'm just going to stick that down. Just creates that nice little felt bottom. So that way it's going to be gentle on any surface. Nice, right? Yeah, I just can't. I don't know. I keep seeing all these videos for tapestry crocheters and even shorts. They're doing a thing now where it's like, oh, look at the front versus the back. The front is gorgeous and the back is a hot mess. And that's what they do. They look like a hot mess because you're jumping the colors. If you're using 2 colors only, you can carry, for the most part, you can carry the color and work around it. And that way front and back will look the same, and that's good. But yeah, I couldn't deal with it. So I'm like, I want the back to look good too. Panda, if what I make is wonky, you're just getting a wonky looking gift. Oh my gosh. I do wish that I was somewhere in the middle, right? Of the perfectionist side of myself, and then somewhere where I could just be like, you know what? It's cute how it is. And I'm getting there. Like, I left Bucky's teeth the way they were, which was hard for me, but I was like, you know what? It's okay to be different. It's okay if your teeth are a little blunted, even when you're a bat, and a little chunky sideways, a little wide too. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Yep. Oh, you use it on the back of your pictures so the frame does not scratch the walls. That's definitely a good use for it. And you turn tapestry crochet projects into pillows. That's also a really good idea, Bailey. Yeah, I know. I thought about that. That was the first thing I was like, oh, well, I could create just a flat piece on the back and then stitch that together. But honestly, time-wise, it was just going to take too long. And so I was like, there's got to be a faster way to finish the back off. And yes, it's a little bumpy because it's covering yarn strands, right? But that part is going to go against the wall, and I think it looks really nice because it's both the same. It's the same color as the frame, and they come in all different colors. So, yes, please don't forget the thumbs up. It's okay if I got the blue eyes. Okay, I should actually start gluing. It's weird. Usually, when you get your hot glue gun going, it starts to dribble out. This one wasn't doing that. I don't know why. So I got this mat, you guys. This is a hot glue gun mat from the dollar store. So $1.25, guys. A nice little rubber mat that you can use. I'm always grabbing random paper, little bits, and then it's like slipping everywhere. So it never works out well for me. So this works out. Okay. So I'm going to glue this guy down first. As I go around. attempt not to burn myself whilst on the phone with you, or the live with you guys. So I'm just gluing that guy down. And then with this is the lid to those candles, the crackling flame candle types, like this kind. Where's my lamp? There we go. This one's actually a bigger one, so this isn't the same for this, but on the other boon, I did the same kind of thing. You'll see. So there's that one, and underneath is a cork one, actually, that was about the size of this piece right here. But if you guys had like a wooden block, this is what is that, a 1-inch wooden cube here, or plastic cube, whatever, that would work perfectly. So, and then save these. These are perfect. These work, they're really good. You can use them for crafts. You know, you could put them in the base of an Ami too. Like, actually, if Boone had a bottom, this would have been a good surface, and you could have that bottom, have that crocheted piece underneath, and that would create a nice flat bottom for him. You just add more lines instead of carrying over in Tunisian, Michael. Yeah, Michael's channel, Michael put drop too, because he's amazing with Tunisian, and it's something I will get to eventually. I'm going to ask for some Tunisian hooks for Christmas, so that way I can give it a go. And Maureen says, so funny about Bucky. My hubby told me to leave my bat's teeth blunt. I will eventually change the teeth. Hubby has him hanging from his rear view mirror, so I don't have to see him right now. So you don't have to see the bat because you don't like the teeth? Oh my gosh, that's too funny. I bet there's a lot of wood to be found in Florida right now, Melissa. Yes. Yeah, you can probably find some gems of wood too that you can make some cool crafts with. I mean, that's a silver lining, right? Got to find use for it in some way. So I'm just going to add some more glue here to the top, and I'm just gluing this down like so. And then I got these rocks, and the rocks are what are going to give the pumpkins different elevations so that they can kind of hide in amongst the moss, and it gives them a little visual interest. So I know I said to my husband, do you think our son is going to miss these few rocks? And nah, he won't miss them. That's fine. He won't remember them because there's just like tons of rocks in our windowsill. So I'm like, oh, that's a good one. That'll be good. Plus, it means more, right? Because I know James picked these out on walks and such. So I'm not one that normally will glue Amis. I'm not into the whole gluing thing. But for something like this is more of a, I feel like this is a mixed media piece. And so for this, it's okay. It's like a diorama, so you got to glue it down somehow. I do remember. I know. I loved your bat. I thought it was cute. Isn't that rock pretty? It's like got its own green tone to it. Yeah. I think they're very pretty rocks. He always picks out good stuff. But I like to do things with them. Like I've taken some of the other rocks we've found and I've done moss on them. I've done things with pom-poms. I made a Totoro, which I gave to a friend who's a teacher. So I made a little Totoro out of pom-pom. And I think it might have had the little white guy too as a pom-pom as well. But that was on top of the rock with the moss. It just looks really cool. So fun little craft projects. Hi, Emerson. Oh, Emily. Emily, how's it going? Welcome in. Yes, please, if you guys have channels and you'd like to share them with each other, please put the word drop and Nightbot will throw those links in for you. So, all right, so I've got a couple rocks there. I'm going to do one over here, like so. And then I think I'll put these other two kind of on this side. What are you guys working on? You have anything going that you're doing, or are you just hanging out? All right, so we've got the rocks are on. Okay. I've got my bag o' moss. These are, you can find these at any craft store. They're just, this one's from Ashland. Comes with all different kinds of moss that you can use and layer and glue, which are lots of fun. Oops. So I just kind of play around with the moss. I like to utilize the different colors, and I will sometimes, like with what I did with the other one, let me see if I have any. Oh, that's an interesting piece of moss. Look at this one. It's like, looks like little worms or something. Interesting. Very cool. The other one, I had this really cool piece that I ended up making it look kind of like a bush. So I don't know if I can, this one right here. So I had it standing upright because it was pretty tall and had like a little stalk, so it worked out really well. But yeah, I just kind of let the moss do what it will, talk to me, tell me where it wants to go, that kind of thing. So I will have to mess around with it here. This one might work for doing that similar thing. I liked how that other one came out. Moss is a bit of a mess, so we'll definitely need to get out the vacuum at the end of this. You're working on a cardigan. Shy is working on a cardigan, stressing a little bit because you want the video for it up on Friday. Yeah. It's hard. It's so hard to get all these videos up, especially because of the editing. The editing just takes so freaking long. That's the part that I'm just like, ugh. And Shy's got me wanting to try CapCut for editing because that's what she uses. And I would like to try that. I've been using iMovie, and it's very limited, I will say, in what they have available for you to do. I never really care for the title screens and things like that you add, the overlays. So I'm kind of hoping that CapCut will have more options than iMovie. But I don't know yet because I haven't gotten there. So what do you guys think? Is this a good time? Do you like having these later on in the day? You use Blvd for, I've never even heard of Blvd for editing. Oh, I'll have to check that out. My husband uses, what is it called? Final Cut, I think. Final Cut Pro, but I've heard it's not very user-friendly, especially for those of us that are not great at editing, but are just trying to. Oh, your editing goes quickly, Shy? Is that because you don't have, so for me, what do I say? So I say quite a bit, so I have to cut that out as much as I can. Ooh, Melissa's almost done with the shawl. Awesome. And then decide if it's long enough for me. Yeah, I finished the spider web costume, you guys. I finished it, and I can actually show you a picture of my daughter wearing it this morning because she actually wore it to school today, you guys. My daughter, the free spirit. So she wore it under her or over her clothes, but let me show you. And it fits her really well. I don't know if you can, there she is. That's my daughter. And there she is again. So it came out, I think it came out pretty cute. She's being silly. There's the back. But you'll notice, like, look at where it falls on her, which means it's pretty short on me, right? It doesn't actually, so that was the difference between this one. Oh gosh, what's her, something webbing, I think. I'll have to link it down below, you guys, if you're interested in making her pattern. But yeah, so she used some sort of a more fuzzy type material. I'm not exactly sure what yarn she was using, but hers draped more. I used the glow in the dark yarn, and that does not drape so much. And so I had to alter it because she was having you stitch together 1, 2, I think 3 on either side, and I wouldn't be able to put my head through it. So I ended up just doing 2 on either side when I connected the top and the front and the back piece. And then I also did not connect the side at all because there's just not a whole lot there to do. You have a lot of uhs and ums to cut out. I like editing. It's just, for me, I don't know, it just takes a while. Michael has bad words he has to bleep out. Oh, you like this pattern better? Oh my gosh. Okay, hang on. Let me just look it up because then I can just tell you what it is. I will tell you who made it. Spider web crochet. Let's see here. Is it this one? No. Spider web crochet top. But yeah, I used the glow in the dark yarn, and here it is. Wonder Netting is the YouTube channel, and here I'm going to drop in the chat the video that I used to follow. But yeah, you'll notice hers is a different type of yarn, and it drapes a lot better than the glow in the dark yarn did. So that's why it fits my daughter a lot better than it does me. Yeah. She also did she did a little heart that goes on the center of the netting or the web. I didn't do that. I didn't add that part. So options, right? All right, so I'm going to add some more moss going along the top here. There we go. Yeah, this base is a lot bigger than the other one, so it's going to take more moss and stuffing, I think. But that's okay. I have a decent amount of both, so we'll be all right. This one is super messy, but I think these big chunks will actually do well to cover some of the bottom. Like so. How many did I use? Okay, so the glow yarn looks that I used is this one. This is Lion Brand DIY Glow, which comes in 71 yard skeins. And I want to say I used, oh, what did I use? 1, 2, 3, 4. I might have used 4 of them. I do believe. Right? Yeah, because then you just, you can just wear, I got a long sleeve black, just an under top that I'm going to wear, and then put the netting over. And then I got leggings that are black that actually have kind of it's more of a bronze tone spider webbing on the leggings. And then I've got spider earrings, and I actually found spider web eyelashes, and I've never done fake eyelashes, so this will be interesting, you guys. And then my daughter had got some tattoos, and they had some spider web ones, so I was thinking of actually doing those fake tattoos right up here with the webbing. So I thought that would be cool. Welcome back, Arts and Anthropods, aka Bethany, right? All right, this moss is getting everywhere. It's gonna be like tinsel. I'll find it for years to come. Go. Ooh, I need another glue stick. I got, they had glue sticks on sale even at Joann's. I found like a little 10 pack of the mini ones for, I think it was $1.97. It's a pretty good deal. I just keep saying, you know how I remember is because it's A and then B, right? And there's Bailey, who's Simply Made by Hand. And so I found you, or you found me through her. And so, yeah, I just remember that it's a B name. And then eventually my brain goes to the name, Bethany. Very nice. All right, so let's do, where does this one want to sit? We'll go right here, like this, and I haven't burnt myself yet. That's pretty good for me. I do want to save some of the moss because if I can get this one finished, which I will, I have another little thing that I want to do, which will be exciting for anybody who likes Studio Ghibli movies. Like Panda, I believe, likes Studio Ghibli, which is basically, it's Japan's Disney. But I have a, here, I'll show you. So this is from Howl's Moving Castle. And this, I think I bought this kit off of Temu, but this was like it's not actually Legos, it's like faux Legos, but this is Howl's Moving Castle. And because it's very delicate, because it's not actually a Lego, it's like the fake Legos. And so I'm worried it's just going to get knocked and break apart. I found that, do you remember how I bought this? Which was supposed to be for Boone, but he doesn't fit. So this actually fits just perfectly over Howl's Castle. So I think I'm going to actually try to remove it from the little base that it's on, and I'll glue the base down to the wood in the middle here, and then maybe do some moss around it so it feels like he's actually on like a hill. And then that will be my display for it, because I really don't want it to break. If it falls, that whole thing's coming apart. So I just need a little something to keep it nice. I haven't seen The Boy and the Heron one yet. I'll have to watch that one. Oh, you got only 4 minutes in. When my husband and I were first, we first kind of were seeing each other, we were trying to watch this movie, and oh my gosh, which one was it? I can't remember which one it was. It wasn't a Ghibli film, but it was another one, and they had the very beginning of the film, it shows sort of the camera of, if the camera was, how do I want to describe this? Okay. If you were falling through clouds, let's put it that way. So you're basically going through clouds as the clouds are going up, right? And it was like, oh my gosh. And I said to my husband now, I said, that could really put somebody to sleep. Like, it's very relaxing, you know? And 2 seconds later, I was passed out. I didn't get to see any of the movie, you guys. He had to watch it by himself. Hi, is it Shima or Shema? Yeah, it was so funny. We think about that a lot. It's like, oh my gosh, that's just so relaxing. Conk, I'm out. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's me in a nutshell. I'm not graceful at all, and funny stuff like that just happens. Oh, look at the beautiful clouds. All right, we're going to put another, ow, okay, I burnt myself. There's one for the books. Just one, hopefully. All right, I'm going to put that another big piece right there. I don't think you can actually use hot glue without burning yourself at least once, because I don't think I ever have anyway. All right. We got a little bit more in the back, but we also need to do our mist. So maybe I will leave that. Let's put Boone up here and see. We will make our determining factor because we do need to still cover these wires. All right, so Boone is gonna sit on the top like so. Just if I can hold it up so you guys can kind of see what I'm working with here. All right, so that's kind of how it's looking. And then the pumpkins, oops, stay, Boone, stay. All right, so the pumpkins, he just sort of rests on top. Once everything else is on there, he sits a lot better, but the pumpkins are gonna need to, let's see, this one is the furthest one. So this one's gonna go in the front. Maybe, well, no, I'll set him up like this. Okay, I'm gonna set him in the front here. Let me just glue him down because I think it's gonna be easier if I glue down the yarn first and then we can figure out putting stuff over the wires. Okay, we'll see you in a minute. Shima, okay, Shima. All right, so I got one pumpkin on. They're getting covered with moss, and that's okay. They're part of a pumpkin patch. They're not going to be perfect. All right, so I am going to, let's see, where do they want to sit? Do they want to be far apart, close together? Maybe like that. All right, so I'm going to glue the next one down here. Go. And the wires we'll take care of soon, but not yet. All right, so this one I think is gonna sit right kind of here in between these rocks. I think that's gonna be a good spot for him. All right, good. So the pumpkins are on. So now we just have to mess with the wiring because I messed it up. All right, so I usually coil the lights around the base that Boone is sitting on. So let me do that. And then I will kind of attach them a bit. Like that. That way you can kind of hide the wires underneath the base, and then you can put the stuffing in, which will give it that ethereal sort of misty glow underneath. Actually, I think I'm gonna glue the battery pack down. I didn't do that on the other one, but that way you can still change the batteries out. What do you think? Should I, hi Dan, should I glue the battery pack down, you guys? I didn't do that on the other one. I'm just thinking that it might make it easier so that way it's not always shifting. All right, so I'm gonna get some of these wires down a little bit into the moss with you. And you can glue, because they're covered in these plastic orbs, you can kind of glue the lights too where you'd like them to be. All right, I'm just gonna do it. Just gonna glue this battery pack down. And I actually think I'm gonna put, I didn't do this in the other one, but I think I'm actually gonna glue I'm gonna put a light on inside of Boone because I think that's gonna look cool. So we'll put this one on the front like so. He is glow in the dark yarn, but I noticed that when I took him sticky tack. What is sticky tack? Is that like the sticker that is adhesive on both sides, like the little glue dots? I do have some of those actually. All right, so I'm just doing a little bit of glue here to attach the lights where I want them. I have this one here too. Okay, but I don't want that to mess with that, so okay, that'll work. You finished your loaf, Bunny? Yeah, you did. How did she like it? Did you give it to her yet? Oh, I think so. I know there's something called museum putty. I wonder if it's the same stuff that you're thinking of. But it can still be peeled off. It just helps things to not shift, basically. All right, so that is perfect. Okay, so Boone fits nice. Everybody is tacked down, but I do need to do probably some more moss and also the stuffing. So let me grab that. Yeah, the glow yarn is not cheap, that's for sure. Oh, okay, so you've got a ways before you're going to be visiting her. Okay, let me know what she says. Well, I guess she's very little, but still. She'll probably just snuggle it and be all excited about it. All right, so the stuffing we are doing, I don't know if you guys have ever seen this. My husband showed me a picture of somebody that used cotton as, like, they had a rocket ship that lit up, and the bottom they had it looking kind of like flames and smoke coming out, and it was a really neat concept. And so we're kind of utilizing that here to do the mist in the pumpkin patch. So this, you'll notice, will cover up a lot of the wiring. So I think this will work out well. So I'm excited. However, I may still want to do, maybe even do a little bit of moss on there. I don't know. I know, I wish I hadn't messed that up. I should have made them coming out the bottom. What was I doing? What was I doing? I don't know. I have no idea what I was doing, but that's okay. I wasn't thinking. I went on autopilot. I went on autopilot, and then they came out the top because that's what I do on the one that he's holding, but that's because it's going up into his arm. So it needed to come out the top. The back, the pumpkin's in the front. So do as I say, not as I do, right? So the ones in the front, the wiring, if you guys do end up making Boone, will come out the back side, like kind of where the booty is, and that way it's all hidden nice and easy, and it'll just be cinched up like the regular pumpkins that you would make. Because it's made flat, then you stitch it together to make it into a cylinder, and then you cinch the bottom, and then on the top, you would cinch that at that point. Okay, good luck with deep cleaning your room. Have fun with that. Have fun. Just trying to cover the wire as much as I can here. Throw a little bit more glue in there. There we go. I do that on this guy too. Actually, let me see. Do I want to do more moss or more stuffing? Maybe stuffing. All right, good night, Dan. Oh, you're up at 5. Yeah, he's got a new job and he's off in England, so I do not blame you at all. You do your thing. Okay. Let me spin this around so I can make sure I get the back. My shirt's covered in moss, you guys. All right, so let's make sure we get to the back side. Back side. Covering it up. That way you see the light coming through, but not the lights coming through. You can also do some moss or cover up on the wooden base that Boone is sitting on. So I'm going to do that. Actually, I'm going to do a little bit of moss up here. I think that'll be cool. I did not do that on the other one, but I think that this will be really cool because this is up a little higher than the other one as well. So this could be like could actually, if you want to get crafty, you could make it look kind of like a mushroom, like he's sitting on a mushroom if you wanted to either paint it, or you could do, what else could you do? I'm trying to think. You could crochet it. I mean, you could certainly crochet a little cap for it to look like a mushroom. That would work, and that would be very cute. All right, let's see here. Oh no, I need another glue stick. Here we go. So this is just covering up more wires right here. Nice. Are you guys enjoying this? I hope you're enjoying this. I was like, I'm going to be doing some other kind of crafting, but it is related, right? This is making your crochet piece into a mixed media piece. That's cool, yeah. Looking good. All right, let me do a little bit more moss down here, since there's a little bald spot right there. Okay, and now we're just flipping around because I like it to look nice from every angle. Okay, so we've got one more spot here on this side that we need to do some more of this. Oh, good. I'm glad that it's relaxing watching me work. Yeah, so this is the process exactly. So when I'm doing stuff like this, when I'm designing, I talk to myself for one, and I visualize how it's going to look. And then I just I try things. Sometimes they don't work. Sometimes they do work, sometimes I have to frog stuff. But it is a process, and it's a fun process that I think is worth doing. It's, you got to just kind of play around with stuff to see if it works or if it doesn't work, Not all the ideas are going to work, but a lot of them will. All right, so this guy, we need to cover the wires up a little bit. So that's what I'm doing now. Okay. Putting a little moss there in between the rocks and sort of carrying that to give it more of a mist effect. There we go. Let's cover them up and see where we're at here. I will do a reveal here at the end. I know you're top down with me. Oh, good. Yeah, I was trying to figure out, like, because I mean, the top down is good, especially if your pieces are more flat. This being more mounded, it's a little tough to show you. But I was trying to figure out how to get my phone actually, but it wasn't working. I think it's because I have an old phone, but I was trying to get Ecamm to work, having my phone facing so you could kind of have this angle. But alas, it was not meant to be for this particular live, but hopefully in the future I can do that, where that way you can kind of have a head on and like see what I'm seeing kind of thing instead of the top down. So we'll have to do that next time. All right. Just gonna do a little bit more mist here to cover these wires. I just love these guys. Those candles with the wooden lids. Like, don't throw those away. They're so good for crafts. If you like to do crafting, they're awesome. You could use them for so many different things. You could make them as like little bases for your plushies. You could do something like that. Or mixed media. Kind of like what I'm doing here. All right, I'm just gonna do a little bit more moss in the front. And then this guy is gonna be done. And then we're gonna work on Howl's Moving Castle next, because I'm very excited about that. Been trying to figure out, like, I have had that Howl's Moving Castle sitting on my shelf back here in an area that I didn't think my kids would knock into it, because I've been so worried about it getting bunked and then just breaking apart and not knowing how to put it back together again. So that's why I was like, ugh, when I figured that out, it's like perfect size. But if that thing was any bigger, it would not fit. So there we go. All right. Oh, it's looking good, you guys. I'm happy. I'm glad that for the most part, the wires are going to be pretty hidden. They're at least not so obvious. Before, when I was looking at them, I was like, oh my God, how am I going to cover that? But they're not. With the stuffing on top of them, your eyes don't go to them anymore. So you can see there's the battery pack, and so it is attached to the base. But if you needed to change the batteries out, you can still do that. And then you can also turn it off and on from here. And this string of lights I actually got from Daiso, which is the Japanese dollar store. And it was theirs is like $1.75. So, but yeah, so I got that there, and I just thought, oh my gosh, this is perfect, because I liked that it had those little orbs inside, the little ball, which acts as the little stuffing for your pumpkins. So let me do this little reveal here. Yeah. You definitely need to get some sort of box, like a nice box to pack this away in for the next year. Try to make sure that it's, not going to jostle it around as much as possible. That was why I was trying to do that, like the covering, just to really give it a nice place to be. But what do you think? Hang on. Here, let me just make myself big here so you can see. Boon number 2. What do you think? You like it? So he's gonna light up. Probably you'll see it more at nighttime. But here he is, sort of floating through the mist. And you can see we covered the base all the way around as well. You have little bits of moss here coming off, but that's okay. It's just all part of working with moss. Ah! But you'll see, like, if you look at them side by side, this one is much smaller. Can you tell? I don't know if you guys can tell that, but so this is the smaller base. These ones you can also find at the craft stores as well. It's just the oval shape. And then this is the one that looks more like a tree branch or a log. And then this is with the black crocheted lantern, and this is with the silver crocheted lantern. So, what you think? You want to make Boone yourself? I'm gonna have the pattern coming out this week. So I just tested it. That's why I made the second one and realized that I did definitely need to test it. Because when I was making it, it was one of those things where I was like, I think I did this, and I wrote it down, and of course it wasn't 100% how it was supposed to be. So I fixed it, and now it works well. Okay, let's work on the other one. While we have the hot glue, this is Howl's Moving Castle. Again, I'm pretty positive I bought the kit on Temu for this. If you guys are interested, let me do a picture in a picture again so you guys can see. Here, hang on. Let me see. I never know how. Oh no, it's the other way. Darn it. Okay, here we go. There we go. Now I'm in the corner. Hello from the corner. Okay, so this I got at Daiso, the Japanese dollar store, and it was more than $1 because it's just like our dollar stores. They go up from there, you know. So it was a little bit more than $1. I have another one here. I could probably find out how much it was, but I think it was like somewhere between $3 and $5 for this. And then, oh, I'm so glad you like it, Shy. And you too, Emily. Oh, thank you for the luck on the castle. Well, hopefully it'll come out soon, and I'll come out nice. I'll send you a picture. Oh my gosh. Okay. Yeah, you start off with, you just never know how it's going to look, right? So with Howl's Moving Castle, Howl is a wizard sort of character, and he lives in this castle that's run by a little flame called Calcifer. He's a fire demon. And it's like it's falling apart all over the place practically, you know, and if Calcifer's kind of going out, then it's like pieces are falling off and stuff. And so it's a really cool character. The castle itself is just a really cool character, which is why I got this little kit. So you'll see even on this that it's got these little things that look almost like houses. I don't know if you guys can see that. See, these little red tops are supposed to be like little parts of the houses or little rooms, if you will, and it just keeps getting added on to. This is so fragile though that's why I want to put it on something like a better base. So I'm going to try to, there we go, perfect. So it came on this base, and I thought about just adding moss to that, but it's only being held on by this, where's my camera? By this little piece right here. And that just seems like a bad idea to me. So what I'm gonna do is I am going to glue that down to the base so I don't have to worry about it coming apart. And I'm also gonna glue down the little legs if I can. So I'll probably put moss there so I can glue the little legs down. And that way at least, because you'll see he actually, hang on, here we go. You see the little legs? These little legs? So I'm gonna glue those down to the moss because I think that will, that'll just give another few points where it can stand and I won't have to worry about it as much. Yes. Yeah, good luck with the cardigan, Shy. All right, so let me just double check because I gotta make sure that the lid goes over it. And this will tell me where to place it on here. Okay, perfect. So that's the spot. Because he's not perfectly centered, right? So I don't want to put the base exactly in the center or it's not gonna work out right. So I saw where this was gonna be, so it's gonna be right there. And I'm just gonna hold it for a second, and I'm also gonna put this on because I want to make sure that it's gonna fit. Okay, so I'm just gonna hold that on there, let that dry for just a minute with the top on, and that way I know it's staying in a good spot. And then we're going to start putting moss on there. I love moss. Am I the only one that likes moss? You could add rocks. You could add different things. If you had a bigger one, you could, what I wanted was like, if you had a bigger one, you could actually make it look mountainy, like a little hill of some sort. You could get some bigger rocks and make it look like it's traversing, because he's often on a very hilly sort of countryside. And so that would have been really cool. But I needed to find a use for these little guys that I bought. These little cute little diorama covers and such. So, okay, so he's now glued down. Now we're going to start giving him some moss. And I actually have one more rock that I was going to use for this guy because it was small and it's really cute. It's like a little white rock. So I thought that would be kind of fun. So maybe I'll actually have his little leg on the rock. That'll be cool. Make it look like he's climbing, right? Yes. Yes, Panda knows. If you've seen this film, then you know exactly what I'm trying to kind of recreate here so that it feels like it came from the movie. So I am just going to do a little glue and let it dry just a second so it's not quite so hot. I'm going to put his little leg on there. Okay. Now I'm going to start building up some moss. And I got to make sure I don't get it in this little crack here because the glass needs to be able to fit in there. So I just have to be a little strategic. But I love working with, I like working with hot glue when it's for crafts like this. And in fact, when I used to work for a library system in California, we would have like these days where you would get together, like an in-service day, if you will, but it was for all the libraries to get together and meet up, and then they'd have breakout sessions and stuff like that. And for things like that, they would always have you as a library create different things. So it could be like a video. They were usually different videos. And one of the years I had the idea to do a film that was done with sock puppets, different sock puppets. So I made an entire series of, I believe there were over 20 sock puppets. I had a dragon, a wolf, a princess, a sheep, a lion that I actually did crochet the mane on for. And I used hot glue, cardboard, and felt, and all these different things to make these sock puppets, which I have all of them. So if you guys would like to see them at some point, I can do like kind of a show and tell of them. But we created this video that's called The Littlest Librarian. And it is on YouTube, so you might want to just Google it and look up The Littlest Librarian. And I wrote the script for it, and I had the members were acting it out. I acted out as the princess, and it was funny. It was a lot of fun. We had a good time. So, but yeah, I did all but one of the puppets because everybody was like, I can't do that. I'm not making the puppets. I'm like, all right, I'll do it. I'll do it. It's all right. It's my jam, right? That's what I like to do. So I'm going to add some other shades of green. So let me get the other greens in here so it's layered with different colors. And then again, here, I'm going to make this arm up like he's walking, and then we'll do the back ones can be sort of glued to the moss. So let's do that. Just want to make sure he doesn't go anywhere. I was always so worried I was just going to knock him once and then he would just be, that was it. He'd just be in shambled pieces. Oh gosh, that's right. Oh, I forgot about that scene in Pitch Perfect. Yeah. Oh, this would be fun. Yeah. I know, I was like channeling my inner Jim Henson, or when I was creating these and stuff. So it was like I was trying to explain to them, you're like spewing out the word, right? So when you're opening your hand, that's when your hand opens when the word comes out, right? Like you're coughing the words out. Okay, so I think that's looking very nice. What do you guys think? Can you see it? I like it. I'm excited. Mixed media is lots of fun too. I always did mixed media when I do my drawings and such too. I would do start them off in pencil, then I do the outlining it in like a fine liner black ink pen. Then I would do either colored pencils. Sometimes I'd do some stippling with the ink pen, or cross hatching, which is another style as well. All right. Just adding a little green to break up the tan color here of the tannish moss. Actually, I have one other color of moss. I have this sort of a minty green tone, which is really pretty. So I'm going to utilize some of that as well. So I've got some area in the back here. Okay. Just going to have his little foot going down there. Nearly there. Nearly there. I always think of nearly headless. How can you be nearly headless? Right? You guys see that movie? Harry Potter? That's right. Add color. Color is a good thing. We like color around here. All right, I'm going to add just a little bit of this tone right here, as I like that the different shades of color that we're getting with that. But I want his little arm to be up so it looks like he's gonna walk on it. All right, almost done, you guys. Just have the back here. And then I gotta make sure that the lid will fit, and then we'll be good to go. One thing I could do I want to do this? I don't know. What do you think? Should I do moss around the outside edge and then the glass will fit in between? What do you guys think? That way it kind of gives the visual look of being on a hillside without the wood. Let me know your opinion in the comments below. All right, let me see. Okay. Good, good, good. What do you guys think? It's coming out nice. So just giving you a 360 degree view here. So the lid will fit over as such. But what do you think? Should I do moss along this base and cover the wood so it looks like he's actually sitting on a hillside? Yes, hi Fatima, how are you? I'm so glad you could make it for a bit. So this was a second project if you're just tuning in, but I had this little kit of Howl's Moving Castle that I put together. It's not Lego, it's a different brand, but from Temu, and I wanted to make it more stable because this is what it came with, and this would, you know, one little knock and it was going to break apart. So I glued it down to the base, and I've added moss, and now I'm just trying to decide if I want to add more moss around here or not. Yep. So are we yay add more moss around, or are we let's just, if I have any more rocks I could add a couple little more stones, or maybe just do like a little bit of an accent moss? What do you guys think? Tell me what's your thought. Let me see if I've got another rock nearby. My son often will give me rocks. So I do have some, although these are these are nicer than the other ones. These are more polished, but I have this one that's got, they call that something when you get it all the way through. It's very lucky. Whoops, where is it? Here it is. You see that? How it goes all the way through that line? And then I've got a tiger's eye as well. What do you think? So, okay, let's take off this so we don't break it. And just trying to decide if I want to add any other rocks. I think if I'm going to add a rock, it's going to have to be on this side, like right in here. So that would look good. Let's see. Just checking both sides to see which side looks better. Okay, so I got that rock down. All right. All right, let's do some moss and we'll see how it goes. We'll do some on the outside and we'll see what happens. I'm gonna actually put my rubber mat here underneath because I don't want it to get on my desk. So that way, since we're doing the edge here, then we have some room to play around. Both rocks. Maybe I'll do a rock on the outside. That might be cool. Yeah, let's hold off. We'll hold off. We'll add some moss and then we'll see where we're at that point. And then maybe we can add the other rock on there. Okay. So let's see. I got to get out all the moss that I have left just so we can see what we've got to work with. This is the moss I have left. Right here. Okay. Let's go. I love Howl's Moving Castle. So cool. Spirited Away too. That was another really good one. All right, so maybe we'll add some of this kind of interesting looking moss. It's very spidery. Ow, I'm burning myself, you guys. Ooch. That's okay. Yeah, moss for sure all the way around. Yeah, it's looking cool, huh? I like it. It's just adding, like, because it's, if you see the movie, and if you haven't, you should. It's an awesome movie. If you watch the English version, Christian Bale does the voice of Howl, the wizard, or he's a wizard, right, Panda? He's a wizard. And I don't remember who does the voice of Sophie. Oh, and Billy Crystal does the voice of Calcifer, I believe. So yeah, if you guys haven't seen it, you should. That's if you watch the English one, or you can watch the one with subtitles and with, you know, the English is dubbed since it's from Japan. But I thought, you know, for being a dubbed movie, I actually thought that they did pretty good on this one. Whereas I don't always think that. Sometimes the voices are not very good that they pick. Oh my goodness. Right. Ow! Keep burning myself. Yeah, he's like he's a wizard. Yeah. This is looking really cool. I don't know what it is about like fake moss. It just makes things look super cool. Like you can make a lot of different things look interesting by adding moss to it. And it doesn't have to be watered, which is perfect for me because I kill plants a lot of times if I have to water them all the time. So I like the ones that don't require as much water. You've only seen the subtitled versions. Yeah, subtitles are, you know, it's great. But if you have a hard time keeping up with the subtitles, the English dub version of the movie is really, really good. So. I'm running low on moss, so I think I need to really stretch this out. Okay, so let's just see what we've got. Let me get out every little last bit of moss that I have to work with. It will be enough, but this is going to use the rest of that bag up for sure. So we are just going to kind of hodgepodge this last part here. Make sure I don't go over. So I have that space for the glass to fit. Yeah, a lot of what's said, it's true, can be lost in translations, very true. I actually read the book. So a lot of the Studio Ghibli movies are based off of books. And so I bought Howl's Moving Castle because I liked it so much that I wanted to know more. And usually with books, you know, they're different from the movies. So, you know, you're gonna get more story. And in fact, these ones have quite a bit of differences between the film and the film and the book. So, but yeah, I mean, even like The Secret World of Arrietty was based off of a book series called The Borrowers, as well. Just sort of taking the last bits of moss that I have and patching up any areas that I see that need a little bit more. So satisfying. I'm glad you're enjoying this, Fatima. This is different, right? We're not crocheting today. We are doing, we're doing assembling and gluing of moss for the most part. Okay, so I need to figure out where I want this last rock to go. This is my tiger's eye. So let's put the glass on, which fits beautifully. All right. I'm going to change the view so you guys can see. So here we are. Okay, you tell me where you want the rock to go. All right, so this is the front. Okay, so we've got the white rock in there with him. And then as we turn towards the back, and then we have a little bit of that pretty lined rock on that side. So what do you guys think? We could either actually put it in the front somewhere, like so, or we could put it on the other side. Yes, I've read all the Harry Potters and I've seen them all many times. I love them. So what do you think? What do you guys think? Where should the other rock go? Knowing that there's that rock there and the white rock there. Couldn't get past the third book. Harry's such a chump. Should have been called Hermione Granger. Oh my gosh. Perfect the way it is. You're saying don't add the rock, Panda? You're voting for no additional tiger's eye? So no addition. I have other rocks and I can always add them later. I don't have them next to me though. That's the thing. You like it as it is. Okay, well, we'll just keep it as it is then. So there we have it. Howl's Moving Castle under glass. So he will hopefully, it won't be all dusty. It was getting really dusty, so I had to go and blow it off beforehand. But yeah, so we've got Boone finished here. And we have Howl's Moving Castle, mossified. Mossified? Oh, I'm glad you like it. Yeah, once you add the moss, you know, it's like you will get bits of the moss that will come off, but usually you have so much on there that it's not a big deal anyways. Like if a little bit falls off here and there, it's fine. I got this other thing that I wanted to put moss on, but I don't think I have enough now. But I got this a while ago, but I thought this could be something interesting. So it's like a little wreath, like a little twine wreath. Not twine. It's like sticks that they've wrapped, you know, and then they put little jewelry wire around it. It's got like brown jewelry wire, but I thought something with moss and then maybe something in the middle could be really cute. So I'll definitely have to ponder on that and figure out what I want to do with it because it needs something. It's like it still has the tag on it. I haven't done anything with it. So oh my goodness. Well, thank you for hanging out with me, you guys. I hope you've enjoyed this little pop-up live where we get to do some crafting together. And I will be on again on Thursday. So Thursday, same time, 11 o'clock is my usual time Thursday, Pacific Standard Time. So I will be back on live that day. But yeah, I think I'm going to head out. Oh, a little bird's nest. That would be very cute. I could use the little thread yarn, right? The thread yarn that I use for like my mini nanner and stuff like that. And make something. Yeah. Oh, I'm glad you loved it. Yeah, so we could craft together. I'm cool with that. And then, yes, if you guys are interested in me doing videos about junk journaling, it's basically scrapbooking, if you will, except for it's a lot more freeing because you can do mixed media, kind of like what I'm doing here. You can do collage. You can do a lot with it. It's not as... I feel like with journaling, it's very like, you know, you're going to write a page and then sometimes you'll maybe add a picture or something in there. But with junk journaling, it's just, to me, feels like it's a lot more freeing. And so I like that about it. So yes, I'm so glad you were able to catch it live, Panda. Get me going on the replay. That's right. You'll get the replay. Okay, perfect. Well, I look forward to reading your comment when you are finished with the replay. I hope you guys all have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you all on Thursday. Yes, don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so that way you're let know every time I'm on, because I'm going to start doing this. I'll start going on. I'm going to do some later ones because I want to make sure everybody who works during the day has a chance to pop in and say hi. So I will see you guys next time. Goodbye.